Hey everyone, welcome back to the Chess Yard. This is Dhere Bagga, and I'll be playing the 5 minute blitz today on Lee Chess. So, yeah, let's get started. See what we have got here. It's white pieces, so start with d4 for by knight to f3. Develop the bishop first before blocking the diagonal of the bishop. Now, pawn to e3, strengthening the center. Let's give bishop for exchange because we have to develop the bishop. Now, since he's not taking, we can go for exchange of the knights. He takes, we take back, developing the knight to d2 here. Otherwise, it would remain on inactive squares mostly. I can spoil the pawn structure, so why not? I can go from either side of the board, but I'll wait first. Let's see what has he got in the plan. Push the pawn forward. Let's do it. If he castles, we can push the pawn forward again. He captures, we'll capture with the knight. The knight is going to an interesting square, which he saves. Right time to castle, I believe. So, castle. So does he. Time to push the pawn army or first. Yep, let's start moving the pawns forward. One of his ideas would be to align the queen and bishop on this diagonal attack, threatening checkmate on h2, and that's what he's up to. I can move my pawn here to f3, moving away the queen. Yep. Now he's threatening mate. Just move the pawn forward, making sure he never gets a chance. If he now tries to break his king side open, that would be bad for him. Now kick away the queen from here as well. Push the pawn forward. Go for a piece exchange and see. He's trying to break open the center, which we can defend by moving the rook. He gets one more attacker, and so we get one more defender of the e3 pawn, just in case he. Yep, he's trying to bother me from here. I'm okay getting the rook on b3. I can add one more defender by moving the knight to c4 here. Yeah, let's do that. Does a couple of things, attacks the bishop as well. Opens up the file just in case his rook moves. So the b7 gets a bit weaker, but he saves it all for the time being. And capture on the pawn looks fine to me. I've got lots of defenders now. I can get the rook on f1 back, attacking the queen. which looks the best option as well right now. I missed a move there. What can we do here? What can we do? Threatening too much. I can't give away the queen. Let's see. Kind of a waiting move. Take on the pawn, as I have got two defenders. Okay. There should not be a problem if I capture. He takes back with the queen. I get the queen in between. He moves it away with the idea of threatening a mate. Even the threatening the queen in the next move. So here I can actually first give him queen for exchange, and then move my king to the corner. He takes, I take back. What has he got in mind? If it's fear, then I'm okay. The knight is pretty much good, attacking the pawn, the rook, and also the pawn on. And yes, he resigns. Too much of power, too much of attacks going on. Let's check the analysis board. Yep, was 5.6 ahead, winning from here comfortably. 6.3 actually. Let's see how the game went from the beginning. d4 followed by d5, knight f3, knight c6, then bishop to f4, standard moves, pawn a6, making sure the if once I move my bishop, I cannot pin the knight. So then for my e3, here computer suggesting move the pawn to c4 and break the center open. But here I rather chose to exchange the bishops, which he denied, which goes in my favor. I should have went for the capture. Now, why is it giving so much of value to the exchange? If he takes, oh, we could get the extra pawn, and he cannot castle then on the queen side for sure. So that was the advantage. Missed the extra pawn, but moved for exchange. He takes, take back with the bishop. He takes the other bishop. We take back. Pretty solid. Point 0.4 ahead, point 0.3 after some initial development moves. And then he moves the pawn to c6. Here I develop the other knight. The knight develops and I capture. Computer says not to capture actually and wait. And then I strengthen my center. But yeah, I'm not losing at any point of time so far. It's move number 11. Some exchanges already happened. And then I tried to break open the C file. I had to take with the queen, but I took with the knight. Knight looked more effective to me there. And it's a draw kind of a situation, just slightly in favor of white. Then the castle, he also castles. Again, point 0.4 in favor of white, point 0.1 slightly, just nothing much over there. This was a passive move for as per the game. Computer suggesting align your queen and the rook and start pushing the pawn forward. But rather, I chose to move a4 first. Comes in attacking square. I moved pawn to f3. He goes to h4. Now, yes, computer suggesting move f4, which I did. He gets the rook on the open file. I tried to kick away the queen. He goes back to h5. Pawn here to a5, trying to make sure the knight gets a good square, which would have been b6. Here he continues aligning the rooks on the e file. The knight move was bad as per the computer. I should have gone with the queen. Okay, queen to b3 here would have been good. Even the pawn to b4 is what computer is suggesting. So yeah, he should have taken the knight, which he didn't. And then I tried to protect the center. He comes up with his queen on f3 here, and I add one more defender to my e3 pawn. The game is 1.5 in favor of black here. He threatens the rook, and so I move the rook on the b3 here. As I said in the game as well, that it looks a good square. Then he opens up his king side, which is always bad. And I didn't bother about capturing the pawn, but letting him capture here, attacking the bishop actually. So also adding one more defender on the e3, doing the knight move, doing a couple of things. So he goes back with the bishop, and now computer suggesting either attack the queen or grab the pawn. I grabbed the pawn. He, yeah, as was playing in the game, after, as I said, I attacked the queen here, yeah, with the rook. But that time I was telling, probably I remember saying that I missed a very good move. I could have actually forked both the pieces here by moving the knight to d2. So yeah, I saw that late. It's a blitz game, 5 minutes, so you don't get much of a time. Also, I was lagging behind on time, so even this move was winning, not that bad. And then couple of things can be done. I'm 2.4 ahead. Again, a bad move followed by it. I wasn't able to see the flow of the game from there on. He takes the pawn. I take the pawn as well. Then he sacks a piece, which was of no use probably because I can get the queen in between. Now computer suggesting leave your queen there, let the opponent go behind it, and you go for a checkmate. Let's see, this would be interesting line because my the threat I was seeing was that the rook was coming on g4 attacking, pinning my queen, and I'll be losing the queen. But here computer suggesting capture the pawn first, and my basic threat was what if this move comes up. Okay, I can give a check. He moves back. I can give a check. He can move, and then I can even give another check. And once he moves, I can capture the queen. No, why is he just trying to refute the moves? Okay, now he's saying capture the queen. He takes my queen. I take back. He takes my rook. I'll be a piece up. Yep, I'll be a piece up. Threatening pawns. Okay, that was one way of playing the game. Rather, what I chose was to exchange the queens. Then I moved my king to safety. That was the best move. Yep. He takes on the queen. That was very bad for him. And then the knight move, the best move again in the situation, threatening a lot of stuff. So uh, yeah, it's not possible. It's probably very difficult from to win it from here. So just some refutation can happen, and there's no way that he can be able to survive this attack. And lots of threats. We'll be taking on the pawn, the center pawn. They're too strong. We are a piece up, the knight. So yeah, completely winning. I hope you like the video. Please do let us know your feedback, and thanks for watching. Take Take care. Bye bye.